Good evening, everybody. I'm Jay Nowak, and we are back at it once again with Nerf Secret Revealed Aftersought Part 2. And so, some people might be wondering, why is there basically a lack of Gelfire content to all this? Well, to tell you the truth, Gelfire and its mysterious technology of utilizing such squishy ordnances do have a bit of a difficulty factor in accordance with trying to integrate the invisibullets that I basically apply to almost every blaster that I currently own. And every blaster seems to be different in terms of the integration. With months of testing and preparation though, I do feel that in due time, we will in fact have a good variety to choose from. Anyone who's looking forward to replacing their crappy assault rifle or shotgun with something more cheaper and well made at a small fraction of the cost of a real firearm, well, I sure hope that this will be another fine addition to such a big collection that I've gotten from over the past 15 years or so. This is the Gelfire Wield. Now, for the record, this originally came as a dual pack, but however, I only decided to keep one around. But the Wield by any means, which is the official name that I'm going to refer to this piece, is actually a pretty unique piece. And well, it is semi-automatic, but not quite in the ways that most people would expect. Obviously, semi-auto would typically refer to the usage of motorized action, but in this case, that's not so. And this can mostly be described by the fact that motorized action related semi-auto or burst fire or full auto capabilities are mostly entailed to some dart blasters, and even Gelfire blasters have had their own unique presentation in accordance with this sort of firing mechanism. But in the case of the Gelfire Wield, it's a bit different. As you can basically see down here, there's a good amount of rounds that we have inside that I have previously fabricated by simply submerging the rounds in water and allowing them to fully grow until they reach their maximum width. And well, basically their size when finished looks something, see if I can get one. Well, something like this. As you can see, these three right here, this is basically what they're supposed to look like. And well, if we take a look inside, well, one more round. Yep, there we go. As you can see inside, it basically does have a look of this type. Well, the trigger, as you can see, when pulled, first you'll hear a small click, which basically chambers the round, and the second, of course, does allow for the round to fire at an incredible distance. Just going from where I'm currently sitting at, it's an impressive level of distance. From the blaster to wherever they land, I could say maybe around 60 feet at minimum is where I'm able to gauge each of these rounds. But one thing's for certain though, will the invisibility treatment make this kind of performance even better? I almost feel like that at some point in time when I intend on bringing back distance gauge, which probably won't be in the near future because of a variety of other projects that I have going on, and with a lot of real life related dilemma that's happening, I'd say some time will be needed before I can even attempt to do any of that. However, we're gonna open up the hatch, drop some invisibullets in, quite similar in weight actually to a good handful of Gelfire rounds. And well, we're gonna see just how well they can go. I expect this to be sort of like a Scorpion related thing. Full auto machine pistol. Well, okay, so right off the bat, it's a unique kickback that I'm getting from such a small piece of mind like this. Considering its size, it's basically like if you took two reflex blasters and put them together into one piece. pretty much the ultra-sized jolt that one would normally expect. But I would almost compare this to Dartag's Snapfire or other such blasters that have this sort of auto capability on them, which basically involves this sort of dual stage firing system, which do allow the rounds to go at a good distance without the need for batteries. I'd say in terms of this being a blaster as a whole, it's a unique profile with some comforting features to it. Because of how large the trigger well is, as well as the trigger itself though, some might find this to be a bit awkward. If you got a good strong index finger, then this will certainly be up your alley. It even does a pretty good job at exercising your finger as a whole, so since I find nothing wrong with it, not much to complain about on any of these accordances. This also does have a nice capacity for gel fire rounds, or in the case of Invisibullets, I find this to be similar on that accord. And if you're wondering, the Invisibullet mod that I use in particular have rounds that are only slightly larger than fully grown gel fire rounds. So they still do fit into the well when they drop through from the integrated hopper. And of course, with a safety switch that prevents you from accidentally pulling the trigger by any means. And of course, the reminder that eyewear is necessary for something like this. Kind of a shame I didn't bring any of it with me, but with years of testing comes a lot of experience, and with experience comes a lot of safety lessons that I've gotten over the years. And of course, having faced a lot of foes over the years, I sure will say I can expect many more of them to show up in the future. For now though, it's just me, a handful of science, and a big planet full of possibilities. So my scoring for the Gelfire Wield, based on all standards that I have seen, it gives a good 8.0 out of 10.1. And well, that's all for today. I will see you guys in a little while with another blaster, and also with some new material on the channel and even elsewhere.